Hello everyone, my name is Michaela and I'll be presenting a rhetorical analysis on the ethos, pathos, and logos of an Instagram post, otherwise known as Aristotle's rhetorical triangle. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about what Aristotle's rhetorical triangle actually is and consists of. According to Rhetoric by Aristotle, the modes of persuasion are the only true constituents of the art. Everything else is merely accessory. There are three modes of persuasion: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos depends on the personal character of the speaker, pathos puts the audience into a certain frame of mind, and logos is the proof or apparent proof, providing words of the speech itself. In short, ethos, pathos, and logos are the principal foundations of any good argument. Now let's see the breakdown of the triangle in relation to the Instagram post that I chose. This is the post right here, but since it would take too long to actually read and go through it, I'm just going to summarize it. For some background information, it was written by one of my former elementary school teachers that I follow named Sarah Panther. She's an Instagram Christian chronic illness influencer. As for this post, it's about how the church needs to embrace creatureliness and stop blaming a lack of faith for one's illness. So now that you know a little bit about the post, let's dive into the actual analysis. We're going to start with the first point in the rhetorical triangle, which is the ethos section. Here we question, what is the position of the author? In this post, the position of the author is to 1. Empathize with those that have chronic illnesses, and 2. To communicate a message to those without chronic illnesses. She refutes the common ideology that it's the lack of faith or positive thinking that's the issue with the ill person, and argues that it's rather the problem with those that are looking from the outside in, who have resisted human creatureliness. The fact that she had chronic illnesses and is slowly healing helps establish her credibility on the subject. The author's intention for this post is she wants people to take a new perspective on chronic illness by understanding creatureliness. Now let's discuss the second part of the rhetorical triangle, which is pathos, where we ask the question, who is the audience? Though the author has posted her writings on Instagram with many people of all types of worldviews and backgrounds, her main audience is going to be family members of those that have chronic illness and those that have chronic illness themselves that are searching for more homeopathic remedies. The audience is also going to be comprised of evangelical and contemporary Christians. Ages may vary of family members, however, the audience for those with chronic illness is going to be mid to late 30s. The audience, being comprised of contemporary Christians, hold the values of love, acceptance, and the theology of the Christian God. Finally, Logos asks, what arguments are being presented? In this particular post, it's the lack of embracing one's creatureliness that causes them to think that illness is the product of lack of faith. The author ultimately wants people to stop blaming the person with chronic illness and realize that we should not loathe their limitations, but instead understand we are limited and therefore need God. As she writes so well in this post, to be a creature is to exist in the relation to a creator. The author wants those that call themselves Christians to ultimately not forget their creatureliness. Although this post focuses a lot on the emotional appeal or pathos of the argument since it's such a sensitive topic, the author's credibility as one who has gone through the situation she describes in the post, and the fact that she does provide some theology to prove her points regarding creatureliness and chronic illness, creates a beautiful, well-written, rhetorically sound argument. Here are my references, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I'll see you in class.